Hello, hello, good evening. So happy that YouTube is connected, and it's been a rough 2 weeks, so thank you for bearing with me. I navigated a few technical things, and hopefully it stays connected. If we do get disconnected, I will try to launch it again. If it does not, reconnect, we will take this to a different platform this upcoming Tuesday. That being said, thank you again for being here. Feel free to type any requests in the chat, any requests at all tonight. Full body practice, 1 hour session. No pressure at all to type in the chat. And just checking in, if you have props at home, I recommend a bolster or 2 pillows, a cushion maybe, a blanket, maybe 2 blankets or towels work nicely, and optional blocks, of course. Okay, so I'm just waiting a minute here for folks to arrive. Okay, so I'm waiting just a minute here for folks to arrive, reconnect. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let yourself arrive in a comfortable seat. Just coming in to check in with yourself at the end of the day. Let your body land, settle down the eyes, roll the shoulders back a few times, and get out any wiggles, dropping into stillness. Beginning to enter silence, tuning into the internal world, and letting any external sensations be part of the background. Simply noticing what we're noticing, and noticing if you've just checked out right away, rather than letting the mind wander so far away from the present. I invite you to draw your attention to your breath, taking a deep inhale like you, and a deep clearing exhale. And once more, inhale. And deep clearing exhale. Let the day go. We'll drop our right ear towards the right shoulder, feeling elongation on the left side of the neck, releasing tension in the neck, the shoulders, the pec. Option to send the left hand out to the side on tented fingertips, or the palm might come down, relaxing your shoulder away from your ear. Beginning to feel a sense of gravity, feeling the blood flow, feeling the stretch increase, the sensation increase. Relaxing into it, head heavy, jaw soft. And gently, we'll send our right hand up overhead, place it above your left ear, guiding your right ear closer to your shoulder. Not forcing, just a little self-assist here. Really lovely release for anyone who's been hunched up or carried tension through the day from typing or driving or any kind of labor, maybe just from clenching the body. Allow yourself to soften. Inhale, press your head into your hand, come upright, release your palm. We'll switch sides. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Beginning to feel this release. Elongation on the right side of the neck. Left ear falling towards left shoulder. Option to stay here or send the right hand out to the side on tented fingertips or palm comes down, feeling an increase of sensation. Observing any differences side to side, just noticing, honoring the differences side to side. And slowly sending the left hand up overhead, place it just above the right ear, guiding the left ear closer to left shoulder. Letting the release be slow. Letting this happen in its own time, never rushing the body. Letting the body guide you, letting gravity guide you. Inhale, press your head into your hand, come upright, release your left palm. And we'll roll out the neck here. If you're just now joining us, we did some neck releases on both sides, so feel free to take more time there. Otherwise, we're just drawing the chin into the chest, making some circles or V motions, any motion that feels good to you here. Feel free to linger at any angle, just softening the neck. We'll make our way down to either your back or using your blocks or a bolster, using one on the tall setting if you have blocks and one on the medium setting. Otherwise, an alternative could be to lay over two pillows or a bolster lower to the ground. Or if you want to be more upright, you can take a pillow or bolster over your blocks. So you choose your height, and the lower body will come up against the closer to the base of your bolster if you're using one. Otherwise, you'll make your way down to the ground using the shoulders over the middle block and the tall block under your head. So using your elbows and arms to kind of wiggle your shoulder blades down and then relaxing into it. Soles of the feet together or legs out long, coming into supported fish. If you have no props, you're welcome to take the elbows down and the hands can come under your butt and just relax here using the forearms to hold you up. Maybe you drop your head back. And so I know it's a funky little corner that I'm in. Just another view of this. If you do not have props, you can take your hands under your butt, forearms anchored on the ground, elbows are underneath your shoulders, and you have that support here. Option to keep your chin forward and down, or drop that head back. So that is a more active variation. Feel free to explore all of them and then settle into your favorite. So settling in, get out any last wiggles. And I invite you to reconnect with your breath, beginning to observe if there's any hesitation, letting go of any expectation or desire of a particular outcome. We can get away focusing on the destination and miss out on the journey, the little things. May each pose be like stopping to smell the flowers, feel the raindrops, and perhaps you notice something while practicing something you've done many times before. Maybe you notice something new and not searching too hard for it, but just being and breathing. Opening the heart here, may we open ourselves to new possibilities, expanding the space within the body, making room for what we seek, and letting go of what no longer makes sense in our body or in our life. It's all interconnected. And feeling a sense of heaviness increase as gravity guides you even deeper. It may feel subtle, and just easing into it. Notice if you're clenching or gripping anywhere in the body. Allow yourself to relax that little extra ounce more. Noticing if you're gripping in the hands or clenching the teeth, anywhere you're squeezing. Allow yourself to simply release that tension, maybe flipping the palms to sky, or just taking a deep breath. And perhaps no change is needed. Beginning to notice the breath deepen and breath slowing down, the heartbeat slowing down. And slowly we'll press ourselves up using your hands or your elbows. Tuck your chin into your chest. If your legs were drawn out long, find a bend in your knees. And if your feet were together and the knees out wide, draw the knees up. So we'll draw the knees closer to our chest. Plant your palms and windshield wiper the legs here. Just a little bit of movement in between. And gently drawing the soles of the feet together. Option to have the heels further away from you if the hips feel very tight, or draw the heels in towards your hips. Option to fold forward, or you could take this at a wall. So, progressing our hip opener, maybe you bring a bolster in front of you to fold over low to the ground or more upright at an angle. And it's okay to round your spine or fold with a flat back. Both are safe in this posture. And if you decide you're going to take this at a wall, just bring your body up against the wall. Use your elbows to come down. Spin your butt to face the wall. Bring the soles of the feet together. Draw the heels towards your hips and let gravity hold you. So if you did take this Baddha Konasana butterfly bound angle shape in the legs in the first posture, then you might decide you want a little more space, or you may feel this becomes much deeper. So, deciding here how far you'd like your heels away from your hips. Relaxing the hands, the arms, wherever feels natural to you, whether you're folded or on your back. Relaxing into it and witnessing how, when we change our orientation of gravity, that the posture can change. Witnessing where you feel the most relaxed, just feeling it, observing, and letting the mind grow quiet, letting any thoughts arise, not rejecting the thoughts, just noticing when they arise, what they are, acknowledging them, and letting them go. Letting them go like a passing cloud or a raindrop. We know there are more thoughts coming, but we do not have to be chasing them. May we witness with kindness and continue to move, moving through stillness. We move forward, slowing down to launch an arrow far, far ahead, letting this rest be nourishing. Slowly, if you're at the wall, roll to one side. If you are seated, gently roll on up, chin and head come up last. So we'll all meet in a comfortable seat. We'll send the right leg long, and the sole of the left foot will come towards your right inner thigh. You might find a generous or a soft bend in your right knee. Option to put a blanket or a cushion underneath the knee if you'd like a little bend to be supported. I have this beautiful cushion gifted by a student I'm using tonight. We'll inhale, reach up, and then exhale, twist and fold over the lengthened leg. And if folding doesn't feel good in the low back, you might find a deep bend in the knee, a little more upright, or even sit on something to elevate the hips. And then just fold to your depth of comfort. So forehead to your knee, maybe even a bolster is under your knee if you have a deeper bend. And then relaxing downward. So it's a nice round spine. And over time, the leg will straighten. You can stay very, very upright here, choosing the variation that serves you. Relaxing your shoulders. And another nice option can be to plant your palms under your calf, keeping that bend in the knee if you're not using any props. And rounding on down. Shifting the upper body slightly into the left. Really feeling that left lower back releasing. Great for the kidneys. Feeling the hips and the hamstrings. Really beautiful for anyone who is at a computer or a desk for a long time. Slowly roll on up. We'll take our right palm to the left, top of the thigh. Send your left arm overhead, reaching towards your right foot, side stretch. Anchor your left hip down. And here you might notice where you'd like to bring support for your head. Just how far can you lean until you find your edge, finding that place where you feel a nice stretch in the side body and keep a natural breath. So here, maybe you bring a bolster under your elbow, make a fist, relax your head. Maybe you stay a little more upright, drag this bolster under the armpit. Maybe you have a couple things stacked, maybe even a block on top. And the block can come all the way into your armpit, and then you can relax there. Or drape your arm completely over the side and just let the head hang heavy. So here, relaxing your neck. If you feel very warm and bendy, you might reach your head down towards your knee. You might capture your right foot with your left hand, and if so, ensure you're breathing. Notice if you're forcing and losing the breath, keeping the jaw soft. It's where we tend to clench. When we force, we tend to reverse the work we're doing. Again, coming to honor where we are, letting it be progressive, finding that sweet spot with gravity. Slowly we'll make our way back upright. Switching sides, we'll send the left leg long. Bring your right foot towards your left inner thigh. And here, inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist, fold over the lengthened leg. And here, once more, you can have a deep bend in the knee, micro bend, the leg flat to the ground. You choose your depth. Forehead towards your knee, round spine. Keep the right knee grounded. You might lean a little forward with the belly. Hands can come around your foot or relax. And you decide, as you feel this release increasing, if you'd like to lower the knee a little bit, maybe palms come under the calf. Maybe the leg comes flat down to the ground. And in this posture, it is very common to have one side much more open than the other. Really coming inward in this shape, like a little cocoon. I saw a big black fuzzy caterpillar in my driveway the other day, and I didn't know if it was poisonous, so instead of freaking out, I looked it up online, and it is a leopard moth. So the caterpillar, it's not poisonous or deadly if it bites you. It's not one of those stinging ones. Pretty harmless. It'll eat your herbs, so maybe more harm to your garden. And I just thought, wow, I immediately judged it thinking it might be toxic, but just took that quick moment. No, let me check. And this little caterpillar was more afraid of me than I of it. It curled into a little ball, defensive posture. And in this shape, I think about we round in, but instead of rounding in out of fear with whatever's around us, we're rounding in, coming in to meet whatever it is that we're afraid of, to get into that deeper part of ourself, face whatever comes up, and let it be a place of renewal. Slowly we'll roll on up, one vertebrae at a time. like the way the caterpillar kind of itches. Slowly, we'll go into our side bend, left hand to your right thigh. Right hand reaches overhead towards your left foot. And so this movement might not be exactly the way that caterpillar moved, but it's really bendy and flexible and definitely rounded in, made itself into a little circle. And then once more, notice on this side if you'd like any props. It's okay to dangle in space. If you want a supported variation, set up a bolster maybe on your side. Make a fist, relax your head on your fist. Or maybe your head comes to the bolster. Maybe you capture your foot. And if you're not warm enough to capture your foot, it doesn't make you a better person, so no worries about it. And if you can capture on one side and not the other, it's just something to observe. It's very easy to get attached to our abilities and what we used to do or what our best one day was. Witnessing how the breath changes moment to moment, the movement changes moment to moment, and how life happens in seasons. Letting our movement be safe, having trust in our choice of variation. And if I'm ever talking too much, it's because this is a class with no music. Feel free to mute me. Slowly roll on up. Find any movement here that feels good to you in between. Maybe windshield wipering the legs, little twist if you want one. And then gradually, we'll send our legs out wide. You can take this at a wall if you'd rather. We'll take a wide leg seated forward fold or at the wall. So if you're taking this seated, you might find a deep bend in the knees, micro bend, or legs flat to the ground. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold with a flat back. Let your hands come down, relax your neck, and maybe you stay here and place a bolster underneath your head or your torso, or maybe more upright. So finding your depth of comfort. And if you are taking this at the wall, just as we did with the butterfly, come down to the elbows, body close to the wall, pivot the butt to face the wall. And you might scoot the hips up the wall and let the body slide down. And then feel your low back sealed to the ground. Send your legs wide. So once the low back is sealed to the ground, you can play with the distance of the legs, maybe a deep bend in the knees. If your low back is really tight, this is nice here. And the more open your hips are, the wider you'll step your feet. And maybe you play with straightening the legs. If you have a windowsill, it can be nice to hook your heels on it, and that will help you to stay still. Over time, the legs might slide out wider and wider, so just be mindful of your knees here, relaxing your hands, relaxing right into it. Finding gratitude for showing up for your practice today. I know I'm feeling grateful that YouTube worked. Lots of trial and error with some of the settings. Reconnecting to your breath. Take a deep inhale, fill up. Deep clearing exhale. And slowly we'll draw the knees together. Take your time. If you are seated, folded forward, roll up slowly, then draw your knees together. And you'll make your way down to your back. So if you're already on your back, stay just where you are. We'll take a figure four pose. Option to take figure four at the wall. You might scoot a little further away from the wall. And you're gonna hook your right foot above your left knee, using the wall to support you. And you can scoot closer to the wall if you like. It'll bring the thigh closer to your chest. Relax your hands. Let the right knee fall towards the wall. If you are taking this on your back, you'll have your left foot on the ground, right foot just above your left knee, right knee still pressing away from you. So either at the wall or grounded, up to you. And the closer you are to that wall, the more intense this is going to be. So you feel free to explore just maybe a little scooch forward towards the wall, and you'll feel the left thigh pressing the right thigh closer to your chest, increasing the sensation. Being mindful of any discomfort in your knee. If there is pain in the knee, step back down and scoot a little further away from the wall. So just checking in. And same if you feel knee pain at all with the foot on the ground, give yourself a little more room, or just soften the force if you're forcing the knee away from you. Let gravity guide the knee away from you as the outer hip opens. And just feeling the subtle shift here. getting into those deep places that we don't realize are so tight until we get there. Coming back to see the raindrops, feel the raindrops, stop to smell the flowers, witnessing the destination as only part of the journey, witnessing the little things that get us to that end point in mind, whatever end point that may be. I might have to rename this video Hippie Philosophy Yin, Chatty Yin. Slowly lower your left foot from the wall. Lower your right foot from the left thigh. Find both knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Maybe rock side to side. Gently, we'll switch sides, sending the left foot to the wall and the right foot grounded, or right foot to the wall, and then the left foot above the right knee, or right foot grounded, left knee still over the right, left foot over the right knee rather, and letting the left knee fall away from you. So whatever side you didn't do, feel free to explore the wall and the ground, noticing that one side is probably very different than the other. Finding that sweet spot of distance from the wall or the ground, the heel away from your glute or closer, pressing the left knee away from you, paying attention to the knee, coming back to your breath. And as you hold this posture, maybe you find or revisit something that you feel grateful for. Feeling the expansion in your body. Maybe the corners of your mouth turn up to a little smile. The act of smiling is said to boost the serotonin or feelings of happiness in the brain. Just that simple act of smiling. Allow yourself to have that little smile just for a moment and then let it go, relax the face. And I encourage you to repeat that if you enjoyed it, as we tend to hold emotion in the hips and with the jaw, having a nerve connected from the jaw to the hip. If you have tight hips, you have a tight jaw, and vice versa. So that little smile can help to loosen us up. It's another reason to find laughter. Slowly we'll unwind. Lower the left foot from the right side. Walk your feet down the wall or towards your glutes. Draw your knees into your chest one more time. Option to take a happy baby here if you'd like it. Hands to the outside or insides of your feet. Let the knees fall towards your armpits. Maybe that side to side sway or stillness. Finding any movement that feels good to you here. And we'll gently lower the legs. If you have blocks, I invite you to set them up for Stonehenge. So 2 blocks on the tall setting. If you have a chair, you may take a chair and put your calves on top. So here, calves on top of the bolster. Just pivot the body. Calves come on top. And you can rest here or stack more things to create your Stonehenge. If you have a chair, the calves can rest on top of the chair. Feeling the low back on the ground. And feel free to explore stacking more things just in case. Just in case you feel that the height distracts you. So 2 blocks or your chair, 1 to 2 pillows, maybe some blankets, and just setting it up. So not worrying so much about what your setup looks like, but just that it feels good, feels safe. And relaxing into it. Feeling the blood flow downward. Coming into deep rest. Beginning to silence the mind. And witnessing the internal sounds. Witnessing the heartbeat. Witnessing the rise and fall of your chest. Witnessing the rise and fall of the belly. Beginning to notice any other internal sounds, digestive sounds. Noticing external sounds near and far. Feeling the breath on your skin. Feeling the air move around you. noticing the temperature of the space you're in. Noticing any taste in your mouth. And settling into your body. I invite you to stay here or take any other shape as your final resting shape. Some nice options can be to send the legs straight up the wall if you're near a wall. Can be to come onto your back and stretch long with the arms long or the legs long for a corpse pose. Or to come to a comfortable seat upright. Any other shape is welcome. Allow yourself to stay just as you are or settle into your final resting shape. Make any adjustments that are calling to you. Let the movement be deliberate so you can settle right back in to your shape of choice. And if you've chosen to stay in your shape longer and you decide you want to come out of it, you have that freedom. Just listening to the body and what does the body want? What do you want? Allow the shape to be a vessel, expanding continuously, made of light, like the universe, where it can hold whatever you're calling in, no limit to what you're calling in, no limit to space you can create. Whatever you feel you need to let go, witness it disappear like space dust. Nothing good, nothing bad about it, just witnessing it evolve. Feeling length in the body. Feeling the breath deeper and deeper. Belly expanding like a balloon. And the balloon deflates. Beginning to feel the full body relaxing from toe to head. Feeling the soles of the feet relax. Tops of the feet relax. Ankles relax. Calves relax. Knees relax. Thighs relax. Quads relax. Hamstrings relax. Hips relax. Belly relax. Low back relax. Sides relax. Full abdomen, relax. Full back, relax. Shoulders, relax. Upper arms, relax. Knees, relax. Shoulders, relax. Elbows, relax. Wrists, relax. Feel all of your joints relax. Forearms, relax. Hands, relax. Fingers, relax. Neck, relax. Base of the skull, relax. Jaw, relax. Throat, relax. Mouth, relax. Cheeks, relax. Ears, relax. Nose, relax. Eyes, relax. Brows, relax. Space between the brows, relax. Temples, relax. Forehead, relax. Top of the head, relax. Feel your full body relax. Mind, relax. Feel your body lighter and brighter with each breath. Witnessing any spaces you may feel you need even more surrender. Visualize your breath moving to those spaces now. These next few minutes are yours in silence, and my voice will gently guide you out. Please enjoy the rest of your Shavasana. Slowly, if you are ready to move on, find some wiggles in the toes and wiggles in the fingers. If it's safe in the shape you've chosen, rock your head side to side. You're welcome to stay resting, or if you are ready to move on, roll over to one side, using your arm as a pillow or a blanket or an actual pillow. Finding yourself on your side, half of the body is grounded, half of the body is skyward, a transition between rest and wake. Noticing any change of sensation from the beginning of practice to now. And you're welcome to further rest here on your side, or if you're truly ready to move on, begin to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Let yourself land. Arriving in your seat, noticing once more any sensations that may have changed from the beginning of practice to now. Inhaling like you fill up, exhaling like you let something go. Inhale, send your hands up overhead, reach for what you want. Exhale, hands to heart center, calling in what you're calling in to your heart space. I invite you to reflect on the reason you came to your mat today. I invite you to set an intention to carry with you into your dreams that may greet you when you wake. Sometimes we don't have to set an intention. Feel free to add on any thoughts, dedication, and gratitude for yourself for showing up. Showing up is often the hardest part. Wrapping up our thoughts from my heart to yours. Together we bow. Namaste. And if you're still here, have a beautiful night. Feel free to type in the chat. I'm available for any questions, comments, confessions, whatever you have. Have a beautiful night.